Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome to AdamMcKola TV. I am Adam. We are live from my hotel room in Melbourne after Manchester United beat Melbourne 4-1 at the MGC. Yes, we were down there at the G, or the MCG even. That's how tired I am. We were down there at the Melbourne Cricket Ground today. Not only did we get to see Manchester United beat Melbourne 4-1, but also on the way out of the G, we heard that Manchester United had officially signed Christian Eriksen. So Christian Eriksen is now a Manchester United player. Manchester United have now won their second game out of two in pre-season, and it's all feeling rosy at the moment for Erik ten Hag's men. Obviously, there's still a lot more to sort out for Manchester United, and we've got to be aware that, anything can happen. You know what I mean? We remember under Louis van Gaal when we won every single game in pre-season, and then straight after that, we lost our first game against Swansea and everything went back to being miserable. But the signs are there from certain players that they are getting to grips with what Erik ten Hag is doing. There's also a lot of signs that we have to get things better, and we will hopefully improve as things progress under the manager and we continue to see him in training with players and things like that. So the more he has time with them, the better they will get at implementing what he wants them to implement. But also, the more he's able to bring in his own players, the likes of Christian Eriksen, Lisandro Martinez, etc., the more that we will see an Erik ten Hag team at Manchester United. But so far, so good. It was an amazing time down at the MCG as well. I mean, look, I'm not a huge cricket fan, but I've grown up all my life watching the Ashes since 2005, so not all my life. But I remember in school, 2005 was my GCSE year, and I had to sit at home for a lot of the time revising and stuff like that. I say I was revising, I was watching the Ashes, and then since then, I just carried on watching the Ashes because it was such entertainment. Getting to see places like the MCG, getting to see places like the Wacker. We got to see the Wacker in 2019, and getting to see United play at the MCG was absolutely incredible. An amazing arena, an amazing sporting arena. You're walking into the ground and you're seeing Shane Warne's statue outside. Absolutely incredible stuff. So it was great to be down at the MCG, great to be down there watching Manchester United. Melbourne Victory actually took the lead 1-0 up. It was poor defending by Manchester United. Luke Shaw gets lost up the field. Harry Maguire's out of position. Melbourne make the opportunity for themselves, and they had an easy finish past Tom Heaton in the end, who started the game. David De Gea wasn't involved as he's currently injured, but back in training, Erik ten Hag says, so he should be able to play in the next game. But that was a defensive error. Now, Ten Hag in his post-match press conference or in his post-match interviews has said that he believes it was a team error. And he's going to say that he's not going to want to point out individuals. But I think ultimately Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire were at fault for that goal. I've never really been a fan of Harry Maguire as a Manchester United player. And I do think if Eric Bailly can stay fit, we've seen the performances from him. If Eric Bailly can stay fit, if obviously we're going to bring in Lisandro Martinez, hopefully, you got Rafael Varane, you got Victor Lindelof. I think Harry Maguire could find himself way down that pecking order if he isn't careful. But we also have to afford him the decency of saying, look, it's his first 45 minutes. He's coming back from injury and he's playing for a new manager. You know what I mean? He has to kind of get to grips with what that new manager wants from him. But I just personally feel like he hasn't really got the ability to play the way that Ten Hag will want him to play. And maybe Ten Hag kind of allowing him to keep that armband. Maybe he's kind of just giving him the rope. Do you know what I mean? Letting him prove Ten Hag wrong rather than Ten Hag going, look, you're not captain no more. You're done on that kind of thing. Now, he kind of rocked the boat a little bit in the changing room. So I understand why he made the decision to give it to him, but I also kind of think it could be a test and he could kind of be giving him the rope. We've got a super chat. Thank you very much. IQ1985. It says, hi, Adam. Congrats on all your success. Been a fan from the beginning. Why are fans okay with getting a player who doesn't want to be here in De Jong? Personally, I think De Jong not wanting to be here is a fact that it is based off the fact that he's owed so much money by Barcelona. If he weakens his hand by saying he wants to get out of there, then maybe, it weakens his hand in terms of getting that money. You also see from Barcelona, similar stance. Joan Laporta's coming out and saying, we want to keep Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong isn't for sale, etc., etc. whilst also simultaneously accepting a bid. So what you're seeing at the moment is a war of minds between these two guys. Who's going to crack first? Who's going to, give up that money first? So I think it's going to be probably a while until we get that one done. And that's why it's good to see us getting other little bits of business done. When you look at the likes of Christian Eriksen, Lisandro Martinez, Terrell Malacia, etc. Get those deals done. Hopefully Frankie de Jong will get done too. But we can't just focus on that and take our eye off the ball before we know it. You might end up getting Frankie de Jong in, but you got 2 weeks left at the window and you've got to rush around doing your business. So I think, it's good to see us getting other little bits of business done in terms of, Christian Eriksen and all that. Great stuff. We'll talk about Christian Eriksen a little bit later on. But yeah, as for the first goal, I felt like it was a defensive error. You give them a little bit of slack because it's pre-season. But I think the manager would have been looking at that and thinking, this isn't great to see. So yeah, we started off badly. But then from them, we dominated possession. We dominated the chances. We dominated the game. We get a goal back from McTominay. Little bit of luck in it, but you make your own luck by taking the shot. He takes a shot. He takes a deflection. It loops over the goalkeeper and goes in. 1-1. Manchester United back in the game. And then just before half-time, Anthony Martial is presented with an opportunity as well. In the middle of the box, in the 6-yard box, there was a cross coming in. I forgot who it came in from. Comes across the box. I think it was Anthony Elanga who kind of pushed it into the path of Anthony Martial. Anthony Martial, 1 touch to control, 1 touch to finish, 2-1 to Manchester United, 2 goals in 2 for Anthony Martial. And he's looking on fire at the moment. And it was interesting. Let me bring up the quotes from Erik ten Hag on Anthony Martial because I thought they were very, very interesting to hear from him. So bear with me while I find those quotes. While I'm looking for that quote, I'll read out another super chat from Dubsy. He says, "Hey Adam, it's your boy from the start, of course. Prior super chat was spot on De Jong. Our board should have ironed this out from the goal. Can't be begging." So that comes from Dubsy. Thank you very much for the super chat. Then we obviously heard from Ten Hag. He was asked by Simon Peach, "Can you get Martial back to where he was 3 years ago?" Ten Hag said, "Oh yes, I'm sure." Also, he said, "I'm sure he can come back even better. I think when he has the right focus and the right motivation and he works hard, he will have production because he is a good player." So good quotes from Ten Hag on Anthony Martial, because not only is he praising him and saying how good of a player he is, but he's also laying down the challenge there, saying it's up to you. You have to have the motivation. You have to work hard. And if you do that, you will succeed because you're a good player. He also made a point of, I'm sure he can come back even better. I think when he has the right focus, the right motivation, and he works hard every day, he will have production. It's up to him. That's the challenge for Anthony Martial, because, look, if he has a good season this season, everyone knows I love Tony. I really want him to do well. He has the talent. And when you see him in full flow, I don't think there's many better players to watch with some of the things that he does. But we also know he has to graft for it. And that's what I like, the carrot and the stick. Yes, you're doing well. It's only pre-season though. You have to work hard. And hopefully Anthony Martial rises to that, because there looks to be, it's pre-season, but there looks to be a little bit of something different. Maybe going out on loan to Sevilla, a loan that didn't really work well for him. That could be a blessing in disguise, because he's gone out there. He's probably thought, look, I'll go out there, I'll tear it up and I'll show Man United what the problem is. And it's not going to plan for him. He's come back to Manchester United with not many people kind of, interested in him or looking to sign him, or there's not many rumours surrounding his name. And he's probably thinking, if I leave Manchester United, who am I going to join? You know what I mean? He was being linked with the likes of Newcastle and that. So he's probably thinking, this is the last opportunity I've kind of got at a huge club, at a club as big as Manchester United. He's still in a good age. He's still got his prime years ahead of him. But this is one of his prime years, and he really needs to knuckle down. And if he can have a season like he did, not in the last season, but the one before, then there you go. You know what I mean? Anthony Martial could do something for Man United, but he's got to work hard. And I'm glad that Ten Hag seems to see that as well. And he seems to be giving him the motivation to do well. He's starting games. And even when Cristiano Ronaldo comes back, we've only got 2 out-and-out strikers. You can then, if Cristiano Ronaldo starts, you can rotate Sancho, Rashford and Martial in those wide areas surrounding him. So there'll be opportunities there for Anthony Martial, but he needs to take them with both hands, because if he doesn't, then, you got Cristiano Ronaldo there, you got Rashford there, you got Sancho there. you'll find yourself on the bench and possibly leaving Manchester United soon. So needs to keep up the hard work. But yeah, good to see him scoring again. 2 goals in 2, albeit it's just pre-season and we need to keep that going. So half time it was 2-1. Second half we made a wholesale changes again, 10 changes. We saw the likes of Charlie Savage, Zidane Iqbal coming into the midfield. We saw the likes of Tahith Chong, Amad Diallo coming out as well. We had a lot of changes, a lot of young players coming into the team. Eric Bailly coming into the team again, and he was absolutely excellent. His run and pass to set up the goal for Marcus Rashford was fantastic. He really deserved that after the run to get the assist. And Marcus Rashford, I remember just saying before the goal to Callum, he needs to score. He needs to score. I'd love for Marcus Rashford to score. It's been a while since he's found the net, and just having that feeling again. If he goes through pre-season without scoring, even though he looks sharp and he looks quick and he looks strong. If he goes into the new season without scoring, we know what attackers are like. That could play in their mind, and he might not. It might play in his mind and it might affect his performances. Now he's got a goal. He could have that issue off his back and focus and just continue going. Nadir Kafi, thank you for the Kafel, thank you for the super chat. Jabir, thank you for the super chat as well. Hope you're doing well, bro. Says looking fresh. Zidane Iqbal Ballon d'Or incoming. Look, I know I hype up Zidane and I know you're joking, bro. We're all excited about it. We're all excited about his performance today. There's an interview up with me and him on Stretford Paddock, which you can go and check out after this if you haven't seen it already. I've seen a few comments about it, so a fair few of you have already watched it. Thank you very much for tuning into that. It's so good to see him performing like that. And Charlie Savage, we saw Ethan Laird out there today. I thought Tahith Chong did really well for the goal as well. That it was an own goal towards the end of the game, but the run and the pass from him was excellent. Marcus Rashford was looming large, and the defender couldn't do anything but stick it in his own net. So I thought that was good to see too from Tahith Chong. We've got a lot of good youngsters there. The likes of Hannibal Mejbri hasn't had a sniff yet. The likes of Garnacho hasn't had a sniff yet. We also had Facundo Pellistri, who was sitting there on the bench. So we've got a lot of young talent at this club, and these guys are taking their opportunity at the moment, albeit just in pre-season. But Charlie Savage, Zidane Iqbal, my words to them would be just keep working hard, because you've got the talent. All you have to do is keep working hard. You've got an opportunity at the moment to impress this manager. We're thin in midfield. I know we're going to sign a few players, but there's no reason why this manager won't give you the opportunities if you're not performing in training. And if you're performing in training and you're performing on the pitch when you get your opportunities, the chances will come, especially at a club like Manchester United under a coach like this. So they just need to keep cracking on really and working hard, because that will come. But all in all, it was a good game. 4-1 Manchester United win. It was incredible to be at the MCG. Absolutely incredible. Great to be there. And now we move forward. We've got Crystal Palace up next, again at the MCG. And I can't wait for it. I'm loving this pre-season at the moment. Not only because we're out here and, seeing the Aussie Reds and the Thai Reds over in Bangkok has been absolutely incredible. But yeah, man, it's just great to see, and it's great to feel some positivity surrounding Manchester United at the moment. However long that lasts, who knows? But it's just great to see that little bit of positivity. Nadir with another super chat. Thank you very much, bro. Says Lisandro played DM, Varane to start, and Maguire is captain. I don't know. I don't think Maguire's in our top 3 centre-backs if they're all fit, to be totally honest with you. The trouble is, Bailly doesn't stay fit. Varane doesn't stay fit. So you're going to end up having a choice of Lisandro Martinez, Maguire and Lindelof. And Maguire's probably going to start. So it's up to those other guys. If they stay fit, I can't see Maguire getting a sniff, to be honest with you. But they've got to stay fit. It's as simple as that. Yes, do what Swiss says and hit that like button. Back at the net says, what's happened to Mejbri and Garnacho? I don't know, it's interesting. I would have liked to have seen Hannibal Mejbri involved a little bit more. Especially with the age he's at. Garnacho's new into the first team. Maybe they're injured. Maybe their fitness isn't quite up to speed. I think Hannibal Mejbri was playing for Tunisia, wasn't he? So maybe, he's come back later. He's behind a little bit with the rest of the players. There's all kind of things you have to take into consideration in pre-season. But obviously I have thought that as well, and I've been thinking, like, I wonder why Hannibal hasn't been involved. But it could be one of those things, or it may be that he just needs to impress the manager, and then once he gets his chance, you never know what could happen. Could Frankie, Bruno and Erickson work? That seems a bit too saucy for me, you know. Although Bruno, to be fair, he's looking good at the moment. He's looking good in pre-season, and he looks to be playing a little bit deeper as a number 8. Maybe if he plays that role as a number 8 and he plays it tight, you could play it in some games, but I'm not too sure. What are your thoughts on Iqbal and Savage, says Arjun. He says they have been class. I think they've done really well on pre-season tour. I spoke to Zidane Iqbal as well about his relationship with Charlie Savage, because it must be great for both of them to have someone next to him that knows exactly how they feel. They signed their pro contracts together. They made their debuts for Man United together. They're on their first pre-season tour together, playing in the midfield. You know, it's great to have that company, I guess, for them, and to have someone that's going through the same things as them. They just need to keep their feet on the ground. And I'm sure, you know, Charlie will keep his feet on his ground. He's got his dad around him who's been there, done that, worn the T-shirt. Not the Man United T-shirt as much as Charlie Savage, but he has been there, done that and worn the T-shirt. And I'm sure he'll be giving him the right words of advice. And Zidane Iqbal, his feet are firmly on the ground. He's got a good family behind him who will push him and support him and ensure that he keeps his feet on the ground as well. That's all they have to do, is keep going. And also, it is just pre-season. You know, if you can't do this when the nitty-gritty starts, then it all doesn't really matter, you know what I mean? How many times have we been calling Andreas Pereira the pre-season Pirlo? You have to be able to do it when it matters and when the competitive stuff starts. And hopefully they get an opportunity to do that. Prince says, should we worry about Neymar to City? I am a huge fan of Neymar. But if Neymar went to City, I could see it causing more issues than it would cause, anything else. Thank you for the super chat, by the way, brother. But yeah, I'm not too sure I would be worried about that one as much as I'm a fan of Neymar. DB says Lisandro would 100% play centre back. This is why he has been playing Telles at centre back. He wants that left foot at left centre back and the mobility. Yep, correct. Maguire played at left centre back today. Wonder if that's a sign that, you know, that's where he's thought of. And if we bring in Lisandro, that's where Lisandro will play. But yeah, man, all in all, a good day on the football pitch for the Reds and a good day off the pitch as well, as Christian Eriksen signed for the club. Now, I haven't read the statement or the interviews yet, so we'll bring them up and we'll read them now. But Christian Eriksen was announced at 3 p.m. UK time, which is about 3 hours ago. And just after the game when we were here in Australia. So let's have a look at the statement that was released. Manchester United are pleased to confirm that Christian Eriksen has joined the club, signing a contract until 2025, a 3-year deal. He's been capped 115 times for Denmark, scoring 38 goals. And for his country, Eriksen's played 237 games in the Premier League, registering 52 goals and 71 assists, which is really impressive. 123 goal contributions in 237 games. It's better than 1 in 2. And for a player, you know, that plays in that number 10 position, to do that in 237 games, I think it's incredible. Christian Eriksen said, United is a special club. I cannot wait to get started. I've had the privilege of playing at Old Trafford many times, but to do it in the red shirt of United will be an amazing feeling. I've seen Eric's work at Ajax and know the level of detail and preparation that he and his staff put in every day. It's clear that he's a fantastic coach. Having spoken with him and learned more about his vision and the way that he wants the team to play, I'm even more excited for the future. I still have major ambitions in the game. There is a huge amount that I know I can achieve, and it's the perfect place to continue my journey. John Murtaugh said Christian has been one of the best attacking midfielders in Europe throughout his career. It's no surprise that he had many options this summer, so we're really happy that he has been convinced that this is the right club for him. In addition to his outstanding technique, Christian will add valuable experience and leadership skills to the squad, and we are looking forward to seeing the benefit of these qualities on the pitch this coming season and beyond. So, Christian Eriksen is a Red. That one's a done deal. Happy days on that front. And now, I wonder who will be through the door next. It feels like it's going to be Lisandro Martinez, but we could also see maybe Frankie de Jong come through the door, although that one looks like it's a little bit further down the road. DB says, are you going to start wearing a giant clock around your neck like Flavor Flav whenever you interview Zidane? It wasn't a giant clock, unfortunately. It was a little pass so we could get into that area, and it had to be worn at all times. Where is Jimmy Garner, says Thor Finn. When I was out in Bangkok, I saw him getting some treatment on an injury and doing the ice bath and all that kind of stuff. So I believe he's injured at this moment in time. Hopefully when he's fit, he can get in there and get an opportunity. Maybe though, he goes out on loan again. Maybe, I don't know. Axel Twanzebe as well is no longer with the squad, but that's due to family issues. So I wonder what will happen with his future as well. Will he come back to the tour or not? But yeah, it's been a great day out here in Melbourne. Manchester United win 4-1. Martial scores. Zidane Iqbal's pulling strings. Erickson becomes a red. What more can you ask for? Frankie de Jong and Lisandro Martinez maybe? Yeah, go on then. And a Marcus Rashford goal. Guess what? We got that too. So let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you're keeping it liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for the comments. I appreciate all of you guys. And until next time, I've been AdamMcKola. I'm out of here.